think it's pretty funny that it's not funny, it's sad, but it always seems to be that those that are the loudest, quote unquote, allies, those are the loudest, disavowers of bad behavior. They always seem to have skeletons in their closet. Well, the latest James Bond film is a bit of a controversy now, as their woke director has now just been hit with some interesting accusations that don't exactly surprise me one bit. No Time to Die director Cary Fukunaga hit with a Me Too claim after firing an actress after she refused to go in the buff. These men are all creeps, aren't they? And I'm sure all the women in Hollywood are creeps too. I'm sure it's like Hollywood is just full of creeps. Like, the long and the short of this story is this woman had a clause in her contract that said that she doesn't do these type of scenes. He hires her anyway, tries to bully her into it, and then fires her for it. It's just pathetic. No Time to Die director Cary Fukunaga is currently facing claims after actress Radine Greer claimed he fired her over refusal to take her clothes off for a scene in True Detective that was contractually not supposed to involve any of that type of scenery. It's like this weirdo was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to just do a quick rewrite. This chick's pretty hot. I'm going to do a quick rewrite. And instead of answering the door, let's just say she was getting out of the shower. Take your clothes off. As reported by the Daily Beast, Greer claims she would offer a small role in the HBO series True Detective, but was abruptly fired when she refused to do a topless scene, which she asserts violated her clause in her contract. She doesn't do that stuff. Further, Greer says Fukunaga treated her as a contrivance to the set of True Detective when she refused to disrobe, which led her to engage in a tense 10-minute standoff with the director, who she claimed tried every bargaining tactic he could think of to convince her to agree to take off her clothes. While this particular event took place 8 years ago, Greer only decided to openly claim that about Fukunaga in response to a recent interview given by the director in which he discussed how he attempted to steer the James Bond franchise into a post-Me Too era. So essentially he's like, hey, yeah, actually this film's super woman, woke power, girl power. But then she's like, actually, you're kind of a creep. It was disheartening and it felt bad, Greer told the outlet. You can't just treat people like all you are a pair of bobs. That's very hurtful. She went on to say, and now Cary's out here talking about his female characters. It's like another slap in the face over and over. Yes, he had an illustrious career. That was a star maker for him. And what happened to me? Nobody cares. I've had this story, and I've had more stories of things that happened to me in this industry over the years, the actress added. Women in general, we all have these stories. When it comes to real people whose lives you are affecting in your work and the choices you make at work, there's no consequence. Obviously. Daily Beast also reveals that their attempts to reach out to his representatives went unanswered, while HBO simply declined to comment. I 100% believe this happened. It's Hollywood. Of course it happened. All these people are creeps. All of them. The claims against him come not even a month after the woke No Time director made outrageous claim that Sean Connery's James Bond was a R-word, which is nothing more than a false, unfounded accusation. I just love when bad things happen to bad people. Is it Thunderball or Goldfinger where basically Sean Connery's character R is a woman? Fukunaga told The Hollywood Reporter whilst addressing Sean Connery's James Bond. She's like, no. He's like, yes. That wouldn't fly today. Isn't that interesting? The biggest woke SJW peoples always have the biggest skeletons. And then this No Time to Die star Daniel Craig says he only goes to gay bars in order to avoid the aggressive D-swinging in hetero bars. By the way, I've seen just as many girls fight at the bar than guys. Maybe where I live, I live in the suburbs, out kind of in the country, so I don't know. But I would argue that I've maybe seen at least the same, maybe more, of girls going at it in the bar. Hot off his final adventure as James Bond in No Time to Die, actor Daniel Craig reveals he prefers going to gay bars rather than general drinking establishment because it allows him to avoid the aggressive D-swinging in hetero bars. Well, the gay bars that I've been to, there's plenty of D-swinging, boy. I'm telling you what. The other thing is, go to La Cage down in Milwaukee or, anyway. I find it interesting that it's like him saying, oh, I like sucking on D because I enjoy the taste. Why would you even, do you think Daniel Craig just goes to the pub for a pint? I doubt it. Speaking with Palm Restaurant Group Executive VP Bruce Bozzi in his latest episode of his XM radio show Lunch with Bruce, Craig disclosed that he's been going to gay bars for as long as I can remember. According to the Bond star, one of the reasons he prefers gay bars is because they don't get into fights there that often. They certainly do get into fights, I'll tell you that, guaranteed. Which he attributes to the lack of aggressive D-swinging found in hetero bars. I just got very sick of it as a kid because I was like, I don't want to end up eating in a punch-up, as I did, he added. That would happen quite a lot, claimed Craig. At the gay bar would be just a good place to go. Everybody was chill. You didn't really have to state your orientation. It was okay. That's because it's on the door outside. It was a very safe place to be. He then clarified, and I could meet girls there too, because there are a lot of girls there for exactly the same reason I was there. So Daniel Craig admits to using the LGBTQ community to meet women? Shocking. Daniel Craig only reads Playgirl magazine for the articles. During the same appearance, Craig also opened up on a 2010 evening when he was caught kissing another man. An openly gay Bozzi himself, in fact, in a California bar. Bozzi recalled how, we had a good time, the band was playing, and when somebody else asked me if I was your manager, I yelled at him because I was like, what do you mean as manager? In the reply Craig exerted for me, it was one of those situations, and the irony is, we kind of got caught, I suppose, which was kind of weird because we were doing nothing effing wrong. What happened is we were having a nice night, and I kind of were talking to you about my life when my life was changing, and we got drunk, and I was, let's go to the bar. Come on, let's go out, said the actor. And I was just like, okay, I don't give an F. We're in Venice. Craig also noted that the California spirit was what enticed him to move to England to America, telling Bozzi that the spirit is like, F everything, it's fine, don't worry about it, we got your back, everybody's in. There's something magical about it. And that was there that night. Okay. Cool. Nothing wrong with being gay whatsoever. It's just a weird way to it's a weird flex. It's a weird flex to be like, I only do gay bars because I meet the best chicks there. I mean, yes, there are usually straight women at gay bars, but I'm not sure. There's a reason that they go there, and that's so that they don't get hit on by men, or they're friends with gay men and they're out with them. Either way, they're not looking to get hit on. So quite frankly, it's a little nefarious, Daniel Craig, to be it's kind of predatory, I would say. That between, it seems like these, you see, the irony is so powerful, it's incredible. These male feminist types are always hiding skeletons in their closets, going back to the director. Normally, I wouldn't believe in such accusations, but I like holding people to their own standards, so I guess the guy is guilty and a creep. That's kind of the funny thing about a lot of this me as well type stuff. You end up with, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, they don't give you the benefit of the doubt, so it's difficult to want to give them the same thing. There's something to holding others to their own standards, and then there's another thing to, holding yourself to your own standards, and sometimes they're not the same thing. Do I believe that this director tried to bully this woman into taking her top off? Yes, I do. I 100% believe that happened, and I believe it happens all the time in Hollywood, and that is not okay. In particular, when they have it in writing ahead of time that they don't do that. I think that it's curious that this guy was out there trying to be a champion. This is why you should never trust these people. Never trust these people that are always talking about how righteous they are, because they're the ones with the most to hide. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.